Hello YouTube, this is Silver Age Dave. Today is Monday, but I'm working on my haul video from Fantasticon. It was a great show, and I've got a whole bunch of books to show off. Now, I didn't go crazy. I got some really exciting news the other day. I had a family contact me, and I'm buying a collection. It's not huge, but it's a pretty incredible collection. So I'm going to be working on a Keeping the Comic Promises, and I'll be releasing that soon. But I'm spending a little bit of money, not a ton, and I'm actually picking those comics up today. We agreed on a number and shook hands the other day, and it's a nice family. And so I'm going to be working on a Keeping the Comic Promises video for you guys. But it's awesome. It's all 10-cent stuff. It's just beautiful. So anyway, let's cover some ground. The haul video, I'm going to start with this book, which I did pay up for a little bit. He initially had this at a higher price. He had it marked down to 35 bucks. And this is a DC Comics con booklet from 1976. Okay, and the guy I bought this from, Rick, was just so knowledgeable. He's such a great guy. And I told him that I owned this book, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'll bet those guys were really going at it that year." He said, "If I remember, those were both in New York," and they were. And so very cool books. I still have plans to go through this one with you guys. We'll go page by page. It is awesome. But now we've got plans to also go through this book. It's got some art. It's got some stories. It's got some great Marvel history. And so that's going to be on the agenda of things to do. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that there with the my Make Mine Marvel. No, in both days I was at that con, I wanted to wear this. Rick had the marching Marvel Society button on his fedora, and I told him about this. He said, "Oh, I've never seen a real one of those," and so I really wanted to bring it, and I just forgot it. So next year that'll be with me. So let's get on. I left the original price tags on here, but in the video I released today, I kind of alluded to some of the boxes I was focused on. So let's just get rolling. This stack of books, these are the books I bought Saturday, and then I did end up going back Sunday, and I bought some more books. So I'm going to put this one on the, we'll start with this one. Here we have one of the greatest movies of all time. If you guys haven't seen this, some of the younger dudes and girls out there, the ladies, check that movie out. The Dirty Dozen is an all-time great. Clint Eastwood is cool. Lee Marvin is one of the few guys I think can give Clint Eastwood a run for his money, and just awesomeness and coolness, and great movie, great supporting cast. And so check that out. I've never owned this before. I saw it, knew I had to have it. Beautiful. I was thinking a Legend. These books were in the haul. So we've got Dark Shadows number 15. And these are just beautiful copies. The spines on these are perfect. The condition of these books, the pages are maybe off-white. Just a gorgeous comic. Originally 25. This was originally 20. This is issue 34. This is issue number 31. Again, just absolutely beautiful. Look at this spine on here. Great Legend, tell me that is not a thing of beauty. Okay, so that's wonderful. And then this one is issue number 30, which is just really cool. Now, something tells me you have this one. I think I saw this one on your show. But anyway, thought you'd like those. Those are for the Great Legend. A lot of the issues I focused on Saturday were number ones. So here we have Reno Jones and Kid Cassidy Gunhawks. Again, just a terrific condition on that. 2001 A Space Odyssey. This, I believe, is Kirby art. And again, just absolutely gorgeous. I have some of these. I didn't have a number one, or didn't have a good condition, so I jumped on that one for the money. And here we have one. I was thinking about Area 51. He just did an unboxing. He bought a very old paratrooper doll or figure. We'll call it a figure because that's tougher. And so, Mike, I saw this and I was thinking of you, buddy. Look at that. Look at that spine on that thing. Okay. True Comics and Adventure Stories. And first issue, giant size. And it's a 25 center. So I don't know what year that's from. I don't know anything about it. But just beautiful book. Metarog, we got this little bad boy. Skull the Slayer variant. Number 7. Gorgeous. I think it's a variant. I didn't look it up, but it sure looks like it's a 30-cent variant. We've got this Ringo Kid that's just in great condition, number 1. And I am focusing on the horror, the Western, the oddball stuff, any of the crazy outer space or anything with a dinosaur. So then I found this, which I don't think I've ever owned. I don't know where it is if I own one, but this is just a beautiful copy. This is number 1, the Peacemaker collector's edition, and that's a 12 center, of course. I just love that cover. Okay, terrific condition for that old book. Then I found this. He had 45 bucks on it, and he told me he had some solid books in those $5 bins. And let me tell you, this thing is gorgeous, just beautiful. I mean, it's a white cover with the picture framing thing here. The cover, I don't know if it's faded down or not. Some of these things did have a little bit of cream to them. There is no spine wear. I don't think this thing was ever read. The corners on it are tight and beautiful. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. So $5. Who wouldn't jump on that for $5? And you know what? If it's that good and they got 2 copies, bam, kapow. That's what I say. The copies could have a fight for which one is in better condition. They're both better. The only difference on these, Dr. Von Chilla, I look at the wrap on them, and they're really the same. They're both off a little bit. So I don't know which one you would say I keep and which one I use as a napkin when I'm eating a barbecue beef sandwich. Okay, so you let me know which one you think. All right, so there you go. We'll put those there. Marvel Super Action number 1. And again, you're seeing these are the markdown tags he had, but then they found their way into that bin. And I was the first guy through that bin. And, number 1, just a beautiful spine on it. Gorgeous comic. We've got Mighty Thor, Marvel Spectacular, number 1, 20 center. And I can't say enough. I mean, the condition on these blows my mind. The color on them is incredible. Okay, so we've got that. This one's a little beat, but it is a variant. Okay, Inhumans, 30-cent variant. And you know what? I'm saying it's beat, but I think if I get it in a Mylar, 9.2, yeah, that's nice. In a poly, it's like a 6.5, but we know what Mylar does. Very nice. Then we have Hulk 165. This, I just like the cover. I've got so many Hulks. I might have 3 of these for all I know, but the color was just too good to pass up. The wrap on that I saw as beautiful, and I'm not generally a wrap guy. I don't pay a lot of attention, but now I am. I'm listening to you guys, Nick and Anthony and Patrick and Dr. Von Chill all talking about the wrap. So now I'm paying a little attention to that, but gorgeous. Okay, and we've got 168 here, Herb Trimpe art. So that one, lovely. Love to have it. Picked up this one just for the nostalgia. Nothing special here. It's issue number 33, 10 center. And I just like the subject matter. I grew up with Howdy Doody reruns. Some of you guys grew up with Howdy Doody, and just a nostalgic soda shop. Beautiful cover. I'm sure someone out there is watching this saying, OMG, that takes me back, Silver Age Dave. So happy to put a smile on your face. Again, $5. Can't beat that. I've got a giant size Thor. Beautiful comic. I have this. This one is it's a square bound, I think. And the edge on it looks to be in really good shape. It's got one little corner crease down here, but otherwise a beautiful book. We've got a Fantastic Four number 88. I couldn't remember if I had a copy of this or if it was a good copy. Color on here was real cool. It's got this little stingray looking uh, uh, surprise villain of the year. It looks like a stingray, doesn't it? But he's got the octopus tentacles. So I'm going to have to read that. I do not remember reading this, but nice book for $5. Picked up this Vault of Horror. I said in there was no Vault of Horrors, or there was no ECs, and I did know about the Crime Patrol. Anthony Reaper Tate, shout out, hey, there was one up there. There were a couple of EC books at the show. I don't really. I know Crime Patrol is EC, and that's important, but I don't always associate those with EC for some reason. I've got some type of disconnect in my brain that I'm just not attracted to those crime books. So if it says Crime Patrol on it, I kind of dismiss it, even though I shouldn't. But this one I saw, someone showed this off recently. I forget who, but I thought it was a cool cover. And you know what? My memory's so bad lately. It might have been me that showed it off, and I bought another copy. But it was kind of nice for $5. I threw it in my little bin that I created, and happy to have that. And and that was the bag from that DC Supercon. So that's what I bought on Saturday. And then my buddy Brad sent me a picture, and he said he went Saturday evening, and he said he sent me this. Let me zoom on the picture. He said, hey, thanks for saving me some. And I saw that, and Silver said to himself, oh man, what's in there? So I'm going to stop over to Brad's store today, and I'm going to check those out. And you notice he didn't send me pictures of the actual books. I got the side of one of them. It's a Daredevil special. I can read that. So I know he's got that. But I'm going to check those out and see what I left behind. But good for him for getting a whole bunch. I told him about this booth and how great it was. And I think he knows Rick anyway. So good for you, Brad. Thinking of you, buddy. And I'll be in later. Well, later yesterday. I guess by the time this video comes out, I'll surprise you. So yesterday then, I went back and I said, you know what? I got to focus on the serious stuff I'm after, which is Westerns, horror, dinosaurs, the crazy space stuff. So I went back through, and there was a box of just Westerns, so I hit that pretty well. I've got a Billy the Kid. This is number 23. Gorgeous cover. I really like that. That's a CDC published. I think it's still Charlton, but just a neat thing. And so I've got that one from Sunday. I've got All-Star Western number 3, El Diablo and Outlaw. We've got a cool little whole thing going on here. I've been hanged once, you'll never take me again, El Diablo. All right, so we'll be checking that out. I've got this gorgeous Weird War number 28. The cover is just awesome. And I know I own one of these, but I don't own one in this condition. So scoop that up. Again, $5. Cannot beat that. I did pick up Avengers number 136 and 137. He had 135, I think, is a Vision origin story, and I already own 135. And he had a high number on it. It wasn't in the condition that all the rest of these were in. It was on his back wall, but I decided I'm not even going to make him an offer. By Sunday, I left there around 4:40. Just before the place was closing, and I just said I'm not even going to haggle with them over it. I'll just, I might see that one somewhere else. It just wasn't in the condition I was after. So we've got these two, though, which are beautiful. Those will add to the collection. And I know I own both, but, for $5, they're in a great condition. Someone else recently on YouTube pointed out the floating heads, how cool that is. And so we've got those. I saw this All-Star Comics. I actually had picked this twice on Saturday, taken it out and then put it back, but it's an early Power Girl appearance. One of my most special books is this All-Star Super Squad number 58, which was the first appearance of Power Girl. So this is just episode 65. So it's probably not her 6th or 7th, but it's a very early appearance of her, and the condition is just perfect. Again, I don't know if anyone ever read that. The spine is just beautiful. The color is beautiful. And so, yesterday I was in there And I said, you know what, I'm not leaving that one. And they had some other ones in there, and the condition was a little less, and I thought I can live without those. Couldn't live without this. This is one that was on the bubble. He ended up giving me this for free. I wasn't going to buy it, and he threw me like a bunch of freebies this weekend, and I wasn't even, I don't think, that good a customer. But Rick likes me, takes good care of me, and we spent a long time talking. He and his wife and I just really enjoyed him, and I'll probably go visit him. He does, excuse me. He doesn't live that terribly far from me, and you know, I'd love to go visit him, see his PC. So you know, there's a 20 center. I bought this because it says we lost them, we're safe now, Vigilante, and I thought, man, I wonder if that Vigilante had anything to do with the modern Vigilante. And you know, you got a cowboy here with a lasso, and he's riding a motorcycle. You got a little you know, rifle here, maybe some you know, who knows what this might have led to. I think some things start someplace and then they develop later on down. But what a beautiful cover that is, you know, for a big white cover like that. We've got a Weird Western, number 34. Again, I don't think this thing was ever read. $5. Okay, focusing on these Westerns. I do love them. So great subject matter in here. Great. We've got another Weird War Tales. This is number 15. That is a 20 center. And again, just look at that cover. Look at the cool cover art on that thing. And look at the spine. Just unread. Where in the world can you pick stuff like this for $5? I mean, I buy collections and I pay a lot less than $5. I mean, honestly, I do. But to have these at a con and just in those boxes, so incredible. I just love it. That is a beautiful, beautiful comic. This one I had in my cart twice on Saturday, and then as luck would have it, on Sunday I was going through another vendor's stuff, and they had one of these with $75 on it, and it wasn't even in this good a condition. And so I ended up going back to Rick's booth, and I said, Rick, let me just buy that one. And look at the spine. I mean, incredible. I was a little too old to really get into the Smurfs, but I have a sister who is a big Smurf fan, so this might be a birthday or Christmas present for her one of these days. So Kim, if you're watching, act surprised. But oh, just beautiful. So that's a number one. And then I was talking with my friend Keith Daggett. Keith has been in the comic book business 30 years. He's got a great store. He's the guy I'm helping next year set up and tear down. I'm going to have the vendor credentials. This stuff here is like the not as good of stuff that vendors didn't want to buy, okay, this year, because they're all buying on Friday night, stocking their booths. Next year, I'm buying on Friday night. I'm getting through these books first. I know Rick gets there early. I'm going to help Keith set up, and then I'm going to hit these boxes so hardcore. I'm bringing big money next year, and I'm going to, oh, I can't wait. Very exciting. But anyway, Keith ended up basically giving me these. He's got a signed with a sketch. He's buddies with Jason Latour, so I did get this, and it was a cool issue, and I didn't pay anywhere near $20 for that. And then he had a couple of these Gwenpool blank sketch covers left, and you saw the sketch that Scoot McMahon did for my daughter Haley, for Haley Quinn, and so we're going to have a Gwen something done on one of these. Okay, so anyway, YouTube, that was a long video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I don't do the 20-minute deals, but I felt I had to. Shout out to Stephanie Gomez. Great job, Stephanie. This isn't the final place for that, but I just really needed to have Joker in there. Thinking of you, Joker 68. All the guys I shouted out, and really all the people I didn't shout out, I am thinking of all you guys all the time. You put smiles on my face, and you make my day, day after day after day. Thank you so much, YouTube. This is Silver Age Dave, signing out.